welcome to another Miami Guide Live. Tuning in from the world's happiest city. We are currently at the Miami University, right here in Miami, and we are at the World Happiness Summit. Well, today we have a special guest I'm excited to interview. Her name is Karen Guggenheim. She's the founder and CEO of the World Happiness Summit. So let's check it out.
Yes, Big King, I'm here. I'm so excited to be with all of you.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us. And we would love to learn more about you and, of course, the World Happiness Summit. So,
absolutely.
So how are you doing today?
Fantastic. I was listening to all the amazing events that are happening in this city, and that's one of the reasons why, we ranked the best city, the happiest city in the US. The weather behind you, for example, is one key element of well-being. Being out in nature really makes us happier, and we have an abundance of that. And so Miami is the perfect city to host this year's World Happiness Summit next month.
I love your background. It's a really happy background. It's from, I believe, Brito.
Yes. Romero Brito. He's going to speak at the summit actually on March 20th, International Day of Happiness. Romero founded the Happy Art movement, and he's one of our very important partners. We take a holistic approach to happiness. So we look at physical well-being, mental, mindfulness, happiness at work, relationships, and also art and nutrition. That's very important. To be able to become happier, you have to tackle it indirectly. And so as you improve these different areas of your life, your happiness elevates. Of course, you can't be happy in the sense of positive emotion all the time, but you can certainly feel well or feel happier.
Yeah, and can you tell us something more about the speakers this year? So you have a wonderful lineup, and I'd love to learn more who is joining.
Absolutely. So in 2020, we had to cancel just 6 days before the event, so you can imagine what that was like. And we are so happy and grateful that almost all the speakers will be with us this time. We're going to have Martin Seligman. He is known as the father of positive psychology. So a lot of the research was launched because of his work. And so he doesn't speak in very many places, and he's coming to Miami. So we're very, very excited about that. We're going to have Jen Fisher. She's the Chief Wellbeing Officer of Deloitte. She's going to give a keynote, and she's going to moderate the Happiness at Work panel. As a matter of fact, Deloitte is our Wellbeing at Work collaborator. They're going to film the Work Well podcast on site. We're going to have the co-founder of Conscious Capitalism. We begin the morning with yoga at 7:30 in the morning. Amazing instructors. One is local, Adrian Molina, and another one is coming from LA, Rosie Acosta. She's amazing. She has a podcast, Radically Loved. And what I'm really excited about is that all these amazing people are coming to Miami. And so I would love for us to welcome them, for us to come to the event at the University of Miami at the Shalala Center. It's a wonderful thing, not only for our community, but also, for ourselves. It really elevates our sense of self-care, which is something we're hearing about a lot now. And also, how can we create environments where happiness can foster in the workplace and in communities?
Wow, that's amazing. I love what you're doing, and it's also a great lineup of speakers and famous people who are coming to Miami. I think it's going to be amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about this year's theme? I read something about resilience.
Yes, the theme is resilience. Yes. We've gone through a lot, right? We've gone through a lot in the last 2 years. And so it's really important to be able to explore frameworks and tools that are evidence-based for when life happens. So like the pandemic, or whether it's in your personal life, something, sometimes things don't go well and we are unhappy, and that's natural and normal. And through resilience, we can become happier, and we can train for it. We can actually educate and through habitual practice learn how to become more resilient. And so that's really helpful when when we need to tap into that muscle. It's like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, it's kind of weak, right? And some of us maybe were not born with this effusive personality that we have, this really sunny personality. For me, I have to work at it. Mm-hmm. and actually it was through personal loss that I was able to really learn how to become happier in the sense of science-based and research-based.
Okay, well, that's amazing. I mean, that's a great mission to make people happier and to educate people, create more awareness. It's wonderful what you are doing. What about Miami? So Miami was called the happiest city of the US. How can we, how can we in Miami create like a culture of even becoming more happier, or what you call?
Yes. So one of the things that is important is to increase a sense of fairness and inclusion. And so we have a lot of diversity. And so creating programs that also bring the communities together, and where everybody feels a sense of some safety and diversity. That's very important. I think that we are a city that knows how to have fun, and I think that's wonderful and great. But I think that we can also elevate to be a city that is known for well-being, right? We have the arts, we have Art Basel, we have the amazing museums and everything that has come to our city. And I think we have an opportunity through the World Happiness Summit next month to really highlight how we can be thought leaders and trailblazers in different aspects. This is the 4th year we're doing it. We've always done it in Miami. And it's an amazing event. It's good that we're talking today. Today, the ticket prices go up. So it's an opportunity to purchase a ticket. And for the first time, we're going to have it live streamed to the world. So it's going to be a hybrid event. So if you can't come in person, you can certainly watch it live. We had a lot of people from all over the world asking for that. And so we've done that to accommodate everybody.
Well, that's great. So more people can join and experience
it's a happiness revolution.
Right. Yeah, and of course in Miami, so the happiest city in the US. Of course, Miami is amazing with, of course, also its beaches and nature, the palm trees. What makes you happy in Miami? What are some of the things that,
The water. I love the water. It's funny because before I didn't really know why, but then I started reading the evidence, and actually not only being in nature elevates your well-being, but actually looking at water. And it's because water is so important to us. So we need it for our survival among one of the most important things. And so we have a trigger in our brain when we see water. We feel a sense of well-being. And so for me, it's the Biscayne Bay. I love it. I love going up and down the Rickenbacker Causeway. I grew up in Key Biscayne. So it's so beautiful. It really, when it's just, a sense of awe, which also is very important for happiness, is having moments where we feel awe. And certainly in the city, we have the opportunity for that because we have amazing nature. I mean, we have the Fairchild Tropical Garden. We can take a walk down Coconut Grove or stroll down the boardwalk in South Beach or Brickell Avenue. There's so many different places that we can get all the flavors of Miami, which is great. And I want to say something else. I love our community because we have such a diverse community and different cultures, languages, etc. And also the warmth of the Latin culture in particular, that is very has a sense of fun and a sense of relationship, and so I love our culture here.
Yeah. Well, definitely. For me also, definitely the water. I live very close to the beach, and I love just going there in the morning, seeing the sunrise, and yeah, that's really yeah, motivates you for the rest of the day. So yeah, definitely that, and especially also all the unique areas of Miami, like all the areas you named, Coconut Grove and the Gables, Wynwood.
Hmm.
What are some of the areas? What's your favorite area in Miami? Because there are
Oh,
all so
that's
many
hard.
unique.
That's really, really hard because they're so unique, right? I think it depends on my mood, you
Mhm.
know. If I'm having a sense of just sense of serenity, it's definitely anything that you could see, you know, Key Biscayne on the bay as a backdrop, and the sunsets here are amazing. They're beautiful. The colors of the sky. You know, I want to spray paint the world in pink, and certainly here the pink sunsets are amazing.
Mhm.
So I really like that. Just being in the beach is fantastic. I also like going out and running, and the fact that you can go running in January and in December. And
Right.
you know, we're truly unique. I try to have as many meetings as I can, either walking meetings or being outside, because it's just such an opportunity and a gift to be able to uh, to take part in this amazing community in this environment.
Right. Yeah. So for the people who are listening that are not fortunate to live on the beach or water, what advice would you give them to become more happy?
Well, I don't live up by the beach or the water anymore, so but I think that there's a few things. I think on principle, the most important thing is to really educate yourself, right? So that you can raise an awareness. It doesn't Many of the things that you actually learn are intuitive, but you have to be purposeful about it, you know, as you would be learning anything new that you haven't explored. So raising an awareness, and then deciding what things work for you and what tempo works for you, and just doing them over and over again. So it's about small actions over time create great results. So you need to create repetition and rituals to enforce a habit, and that's how you rewire your brain. And so that's really exciting. Like I said, you know, the last 25 years has been amazing body of research that actually has proven that, from Harvard, Stanford, Yale, UPenn, all the different academic circles, University of Miami, etc., on the importance of reframing, savoring, acts of kindness, for example, very important. If you can
Mm-hmm.
do anything, be kind. You can always be kind. Even that doesn't mean you have to say or like the other person, or say or agree to what they're saying, but you can always be kind, and it makes you feel good. So
Right.
we are actually hardwired to feel good when we do things for other people. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually inside us, in our DNA. So just to raise an awareness about how your body and your brain works, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
what we do with the summit. It's not an academic conference, but it's a science-based conference, so that you can go in there and learn tips and tools that then you can enact in your life, so you can transform yourself. And as you transform yourself, naturally those around you also are changed. Actually, happiness is it's contagious.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also proven from studies. So there's so many different benefits, and particularly for a pandemic, with, you know, raising your happiness level also improves your immune system. And so it's a great thing to be able to do that, so that we can have we can be healthier as well physically.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Yeah, especially important these days, yeah, especially during the pandemic. And yeah, I think it's great what you're doing to
Thank
educate
you.
people and yeah, learn them all
Well, I
the
think it's great what you're doing,
all right. Well,
you know,
thank you so
because you
much.
are bringing so much awareness of what's going on in this city. So thank you for your work. It's awesome, and I'm really grateful that that you invited me, and allowed me the opportunity to share about something that I care about deeply, and that I think is really important for, you know, for the world, and in particular our community, since it's happening here.
Right. Well, yeah, we are all about sharing the positive vibes and yeah, to spread yeah, good vibes from Miami. So where can people learn more about the events? Which website do
Perfect.
they visit?
So it's at WOHASU. We have the ticket link there if you want to do that, if you want to get a ticket. And then it's worldhappinesssummit.com. So you could see the lineup there, all the speakers. It explains all the different things we're doing. We also do, believe it or not, since 2019, a Chief Happiness Officer certification program with Florida International University. So we certify people on how to practice well-being at work. They can see about that. We have a pre-summit workshop as well with the world's leading expert in positive psychology coaching. So he's going to be here on the 17th and give a workshop on that in person. So it's an ability in a forum to reconnect and to really create positive community and to see how many people are coming from all over the world. It's really amazing. People are coming from Jamaica, Brazil, Italy, Switzerland, Portugal, Spain, Colombia, Mexico, just Canada, all over, in all the different states.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the event and see all the cultures coming together. So the event is in March?
March 18th to the 20th.
Okay, well, that's
so
great.
It'll be wonderful to see you there and to see your community.
Yeah, that's well. I love to come and visit you at the event, and thank you so much for taking the time and tell us more about the World Happiness Summit, and looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you, and everybody join us. Let's celebrate everybody. The Happiness Day together.
Yes. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and
take care.
Thank you for talking to you. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, we are at the World Happiness Summit right here in Miami at the University of Miami. And it's a beautiful day today, and there are amazing speakers, the world leading speakers to be teaching you the tools to be more happier. And today we are here with Fusun, a life coach. And Fusun, how do you like the festival so far?
I think so far it has been very useful. There are different speakers from different parts of US and from the world, and they are all experts in their own field, like doctors, university professors, and they are all talking about the well-being of people and organizations as well, because we as individuals, it's very important to have well-being and emotional and mental health, and absolutely it's also important that you have these things at the work floor, at corporations and organizations too. So these speakers are covering it all.
So we are already in the most happiest city of the world. So what can we do to be more happy?
Yeah, that's a good question indeed. When the sun is shining, when you have the ocean or the sea, you don't need that much to be happy. But I know that rest of the world, there are some issues going on, economical problems and war, and people are having their own anxiety attacks, panic attacks, stress, and maybe work-related issues. So in order to feel more happy, I think first of all we need to appreciate what we have. And we need to focus on solutions rather than the problems, because problems happen all the time. Problems do exist, but we need to embrace whatever is happening to us, and we need to start our own healing processes, because we are all natural born healers within.
Oh, that's a wonderful message. Who was your favorite speaker so far at the summit?
I think Dr. Tal was my favorite so far. He has been giving lectures in Harvard University, and he was talking about 4 truths, which actually reminded me of the 4 noble truths of Buddha. So we need to figure out what it is that is bothering us, and we need to embrace the truth of what is bothering us. So we need to accept what is bothering us, and then we need to check the formulas how to heal that, because he also believes, like me, we are natural healers and we can start our own healing process. And we can use so many methods for it. We can use gratitude, we can use breathing exercises, because breathing is pumping oxygen to your brain, and when your brain is having enough oxygen, then your cortisol levels, your stress levels starts decreasing. So it's important to have breathing exercises, it's important to have gratitude exercises, it's also important to have visualizations of what you want to achieve, because he was actually explaining this scientifically, that behind our brain the neurons don't know the difference between the reality and between what you are visualizing. So therefore the visualization exercises do work, like The Secret is mentioning it as well. So he was my favorite speaker today.
All right. Well, that's great. Let's check out the other speakers as well, and
Definitely.
learn some more tools how to become more happier.